If you ate or drank too much this weekend, here's exactly what I recommend for you. Here's exactly what I'm going to do, as I did eat and drink a little bit too much this weekend as well. This is going to break down each step that you may have seen in a shorter post that I put out on social media. But here we're going to go into a little more detail. I'll do my best to keep this video under 5 minutes or so. Step number one, I told you to hydrate well. I showed you a video of myself hydrating every morning, and you've seen many, many posts from me if you follow me about this. This is super consistent. Super important. Most people don't hydrate well. They simply don't. Most people I talk to tell me when I give them an intake survey, for example, that they're drinking 30, 40 ounces of water a day, 3 or 4 glasses. Your target should be about half your body weight in ounces. There is an upper limit there, so if you weigh more than 200 pounds, we might want to curb it at 100, cap it at 100 ounces. And generally speaking, you need to increase that. That's just a kind of a starting target. I've got other posts about this. If you want to see that, just comment below. But you need to play with it a little bit. When it gets hotter and you're sweating more, you need to drink a little bit more. If you're peeing too much, so if we set your target, for example, let's say you weigh 150 pounds and we set you at 75, but you're peeing all day long, well, then we're going to lower that. We're not just going to blindly follow the formula. And if it's interrupting your sleep, we're going to lower that a little bit as well, and or move your water intake up to earlier in the day. So step number one, if you ate or drank too much this weekend, is to make sure you begin on Monday morning by hydrating well, targeting about half your body weight in ounces of water per day, give or take. Step number two is to set your intentions or plans for the day and week. And again, as I wrote in step number one, most people simply don't do this. So that is a key mistake, a key pitfall. You do not want to wake up with no plan to shop, food shop, or cook. No idea what day or time you're going to be moving your body in terms of exercise. Also, even though we're talking mostly about nutrition and exercise here, you don't want to wake up without a clear vision of who you want to become. And you don't want to wake up with a lack of clarity about why, in capitals, you are doing this. And of course, in my men's group, I walk people through this. I have many different tools for how to do this. You can sit there and journal about this stuff. You can ask yourself why. You can meditate on this stuff, but you must have a plan. Failing to plan is planning to fail, as they say. It sounds cliche. The last thing I'll say about this is that, in my experience, planning and preparing is the number one skill, nutritional and fitness skill, that you need to achieve your goals. And that's super important. And so make sure you have some kind of plan. So again, just to recap that, super important. When are you going to go food shopping for fruits and vegetables and things that you're going to cook? When are you going to move your body? Put it on your calendar. Make sure that you have a plan. If you wake up Monday morning after a holiday weekend or any weekend of eating and drinking too much without a plan, you're pretty much going to be leaving your chances of success to the wind. Step number three, I wrote in the post, I would move my body, sweat, and work up an appetite. That's more than one thing, but I'll explain. I love working out on Monday mornings, generally speaking, especially after a holiday, right? So I had a little tequila, I ate out a little bit this weekend, my stomach was a little bit, upset, as more, not terribly, but more because of what I ate. That's the consequences for me of eating lots of corn and drinking a little tequila. So getting in the gym on that kind of Monday morning really is going to help the waste process accelerate, to the excretion process, the digestion, the elimination. The other thing about getting that sweat and body moving and working, the last piece, the work up and appetite piece, is this. I don't recommend fasting necessarily as a blanket solution or tactic for everyone. I typically promote situational fasting. And this kind of morning, the morning after a holiday weekend, is, for many people, a great time to situationally fast, meaning that the situation dictates that there's no rush to eat a huge breakfast Monday morning after a holiday weekend in which you ate or drank too much. Wait until you're a little bit hungry, maybe more than a little bit hungry. Maybe on a scale of 1 to 10, I never recommend people get up to a 10 out of 10 on hunger, because then you're going to make poor decisions. But maybe this Monday morning, you skip breakfast or have a super late breakfast. Really wait until you kind of feel that your stomach is empty. So let's say 7 or 8 on a scale out of 10. It's okay. I mean, you can play with this. If you've never played with fasting before, comment below. I've got many other posts on all 4 bullets, by the way, in this 5 bullets in this presentation. I've got posts on detail on each one, but this is a great Monday morning to take a morning of lighter eating or waiting to eat it till a little longer. Step number 4, eating mostly food that I, or you in this case, I'm changing the thing as we go, prepared at home. Okay? So let me explain what that means. It's simple, but there's a little nuance. So it's simple, but not necessarily easy. So I'm going to try to make this easier for you. This goes back to number 2. First of all, without a plan, you're not going to be able to eat food that you have prepared at home. The second point I want to make is this. The number one food rule that Dr. John Berardi says is this. He's the founder of Precision Nutrition. If there's food available, you're going to eat it. If there's food available, you are going to eat it. I'll put his name in there after. But that's the bottom line, is whatever you have is what you're going to eat. Okay? So if you want to eat and kind of get yourself fit and lean and lose that extra poundage and weight and bloat that you picked up after eating and drinking too much this weekend, you must have good food available. The reality is that most people that I speak to cook 50% or less of their own food. So I'm not even telling you in this video what to do with your macros, how many calories to eat. Just start cooking more. Start cooking more. And if you can cook 70% of your food and eat out 30% of the time, that's really going to move the needle. If you can get that up to 80%, you're going to land, if you do that consistently, in the top 10% of people in terms of health and fitness around nutrition. And if you are going to cook 90% or more of your food for a long period of time, you will be, and you, assuming a few other things in place like basic movement and stress habits, you will be in the top 5% of terms of people your age and cohort for fitness. Home cooking is a big deal, and it's really like not that complicated in terms of like you have to nail every single calorie and macro and micro nutrient thing. Just start cooking more. Okay? So if you can do that this week after a weekend of heavy eating and drinking, 70% cooking, move your body early in the week, maybe a light fast for half a day, have good plan, good intention and hydration, you're going to start to feel much better. And here's a bonus, number 5, and I'll wrap this video up as quick as I can. Number 5 is this. There is no too much. Okay? So, this is a reframe. If you have a good, solid, flexible nutrition plan, that should include the intentional ability to, on a holiday weekend, have a drink or two, if that's your thing. Go to a barbecue, enjoy a couple of burgers or whatever foods that you normally like to partake in that are a little bit more for fun. Okay? You should be able to do that at least about 20% of the time, depending on your goals. If you have higher level goals, maybe a little less, maybe 10% of the time. But for most people, it's 20% of the time, which covers all the holidays throughout the year and more. Okay? You should be able to have a weekend, on a holiday weekend, where you eat or drink a little bit more than usual, a little bit looser than usual, and then get right back to the other basics that you are on your plan 80% of the time, kind of many of the things I just spoke about, and that's part of the plan, which means that you didn't eat or drink too much. It means that you ate exactly what you were planning to eat. And that's a big mindset shift. If you'd like to learn more about that, and you're a guy, click the link in my bio or comment below. Thank you.